made 8 figures, 8 million 4 times, and I was underutilized the whole time.
It's week 7 of the NFL, and we'll be watching the Huskies, reigning league in.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. He can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
On play action, they'll throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Derek Hall in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And it's fielded at the 34. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
What a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. It's been a tough man to slow down. So this defense certainly has its work cut out for them.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, so what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Huskies get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Devin Witherspoon.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. They'll look to throw now on first down. Incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's fourth and goal.
There's another example that playing football isn't strictly being physical. You got to think as well. Nice job reading his keys by the linebacker and going out in the open space when they dumped it to the back. He was able to make the play and stop him short of the goal line.
They'll run for it. It's Walker.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Kenneth Walker with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Huskies' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. An early decision point here, Charles. Maybe one we'll look back on later. They go on 4th and goal, and they punch it in for the touchdown.
We always talk about how football is a game of confidence, and that's how you get it right there. Leave your offense out there and tell them, I believe in you. And they pay it off with 6 points.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run.
The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now this throw caught left side. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
Touchdown, New Orleans!
Chris Olave. 75 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now the Rio offense set to take over. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit. And they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Huskies are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big stroke like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
The Saints again ready to go on offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
They'll set up to throw.
Tries the left side and finds Olave.
And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away.
This is brought in at the 21. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Rio offense about to set up shop once again. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 4.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. What a great play there. With his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year.
And the Huskies have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense.
They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara fighting his way through contact and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. They run it again with Kamara. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Another 1st down there as this one goes for 25.
It's a gain of 25 yards. 1st down, New Orleans.
Kamara up the middle.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They go jet sweep here with Chark. And that one never got off the ground. He's going to be stopped up well behind the line of scrimmage.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So it's 4th and 1. They wind up taking the 3. I'm not sure that offensive unit, judging by the sideline, Charles, was in 100% agreement with the decision.
No, not at all. But the head coach has final call on this. We know that. But let's face it, offenses want to feel like, hey, you believe in us? Let us go for it.
There he goes, left side. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35.
Now the Rio offense set to take over. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
From the 43, here's 2nd and a couple.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown! A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half.
And the Huskies are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And a rout is on here in this 1st half. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Open man here is Conklin. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3 and leaves him with 4th and 1. So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken in at the 22. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give him 5 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now the Rio offense set to take over. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6.
It's caught inside the 25. And a huge play that time. 63 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. He'll look to throw.
Throw out wide to Walker.
Touchdown!
Ken Walker.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Huskies will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
And he's got his man on the out route. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Throwing out right here, caught by Olave.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Pressure comes and down he goes. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they get it to him again. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll begin at Everbank Field, an AFC South matchup pitting Houston against Jacksonville. And that one just before halftime.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown!
talk about taking words and bringing them to life. At halftime, I will guarantee you in their locker room, they talked about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage if you do it right, and they just did.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That one complete. He finds Shark. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. He'll drop to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's is certainly bringing it.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. This a 33-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. We're kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And he returns this to the 22. The Rio offense about to set up shop once again. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. And incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Walker with a grab, left side. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. And he has now tied the record. Touchdown.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in.
And now off to the races down the right side.
Alvin Kamara.
Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara, 78 yards. And the Saints are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Rio offense about to set up shop once again. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. He'll look to throw.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
This is caught inside the 15. And they rattle off a big one. 57 yards.
Here's Walker.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up. Now back to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. A very costly sack there on third and goal pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on fourth. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. But that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here. So first and goal quickly turns into fourth and goal, and then fourth and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker who has to run over to his head coach and explain that.
Under pressure, and down he goes.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw here. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it and brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And he'll take it on this side of midfield. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's caught. Touchdown. A big play there. 43 yards.
And the Huskies add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. They'll set up to throw.
He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down.
1st down, New Orleans.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And Shark calls it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
24-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Saints.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara shedding the tackle. And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed out. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 21-yard line.
A 10th carry for Kamara. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
154 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Kamara.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll run it with Kamara. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
27.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the Rio offense set to take over. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this fourth quarter. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Now Myers for the extra point.
Oh, this will frustrate a coach right here. The flag is out before they get off the extra point.
Delay of game.
And this is going to be a delay of game. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
They'll try it again now after the 5-yard walk-off. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Now the Saints coming back out ready to go for this next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. So it's Saints football as we get you reset.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Take it at the 37. A good return there, 17 yards.
Well, the Rio offense about to set up shop once again as they try to finish things off in this fourth quarter. And that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Throw out wide to Walker.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's got...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Myers connects on the PAT, And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
On play action, they'll throw. Open man here is Conklin. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Back to throw now on first down.
That's complete to Tony.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Saints.
They'll look to throw again.
To the sideline and incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them, but after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.